But let's look at the others.
We're doing 16. What page are you on?
31. Page 548. 548. So skip part 1. I don't understand. They said we use a voucher system. I don't understand what 1 is getting at. But look at number 2. So 16-31. This is part A. It has 1 through 10. The balance of $1,050 was paid on December 28, 2010. Now remember, they are confirming receivables at December 31st, 2010. They're saying the balance here was paid on December 28th, 2010.
This is something like what we went over last week, right? For the receivables?
Could be.
Yeah, because we were doing the realized and, well, recognized and realized.
Well, what they're saying for this number 2 is that there's likely a payment in transit. A payment in transit. In other words, let's say the customer put a check in the mail and they did it December 28th, but it hadn't been received and recorded by the business until the 3rd. Right. So number 2 is a likely payment in transit. Number 3, the balance was paid on January 5th, 2011. That could be a shipment in transit. A shipment in transit, especially if it's FOB destination. A shipment in transit for number 3. The balance was paid on December 13th. Wow. This one disturbs me here. You know, it really disturbs me because could this be some type of lapping situation? This model answer is not the right one, so I got to do this off the top of my head. Could this be a lapping situation? Well, I mean, if the customer paid on December 13th and December 31st has not yet been recorded, as I said, the model answer here is all found up. I don't have it. But doesn't that sound suspicious to you? Model answer says this could be a payment in transit. No. Not from December 13th through December 31st.
It's a lot of days.
Sounds like it could be a lapping situation to me. Number 5, so I don't hit my answer key here is all screwed up.
So lapping situation, huh?
Looks like a lapping situation to me. There's too much of a delay there in recording.
What was number 1?
I didn't have an answer for
okay.
1. We do not, number 5, we do not owe you anything. Actually, I think the answer to this is online here. I think I've got, this one was one of the samples that was in the course shelf. Let me check, because my answer key is completely off base here. Alrighty, let's go into our shell here. I think they had this problem I thought I saw here with the 14th edition solution. Re-enter. Go into our class here. Maybe I can get better answers for you. I'm doing all at the top of my head. I feel pretty good about what I told you, but if I don't want to mislead anyone, I thought something in doc sharing for this. This is 14, oh, this is 16. I'm sorry, I put the wrong chapter. Pressure because it's getting close to the time. That's what happens like when you're on an exam. All right, chapter 16. That's not it. Try again. Maybe I don't have it. In which case, I'll just keep winging it. Okay, trying again. Open. There we go. All right, 16-31. Start working on the others yourself, everyone, so when we get to it, we'll know. Actually, it's one of the latest ones. I'm at 1616. It's not that one. All right, we're almost there. All right, there we go. Okay, number 4. No, it's the same damn type answer. Ah! No, it's the same type answer. It's good represent. Oh, okay, well, I'm going to wing it then.
No answer in 1?
Nothing in 1.
Okay.
And they've got 4. It could represent a payment in transfer, but no way could it be that long. All right, so I wasted that time. Sorry.
5.
All right, number 5. We don't owe you anything here, as the goods represented by your invoice in the amount was not received on January 5th on FOB destination. That would be a situation where the client might be recording sales prematurely. They might be recording sales prematurely.
So like it could be a shipment in transit still.
Shipment in transit, yes. Lena's right.
But they can't record it unless they received it.
That's right, exactly.
So
It's
we're
FOB destination. They're recording the sale too soon. 6, an advance payment was made by us in November. That should cover these 2 invoices. Customer paid in November. We ship them goods in December. Looks like that the payment they made in November, the customer's payment in November may have been credited to the wrong account. The customer's payment in November may have been credited to the wrong account. Number 7, this confirmation was returned as undeliverable by the post office.
Are they still doing FOB destination?
Well, no, it's the confirmation that was undeliverable. It went back to the auditor. Well, in that case, in other words, if the legitimate address, now it's returned, I'd say that that is not a collectible receivable.
Yeah, but you could call and have them.
Well, you could follow up, but usually if a company changed the locations, they would have a forwarding address. This makes me suspicious now.
So what will we call this?
So I would say in this case, the customer may no longer be in business, in which case this receivable should be carefully evaluated. Now, make sure that the address that the confirmation was sent to was proper. Somebody may have typed the wrong address in.
Also, the post office has many mistakes.
Yes, they do. 8, we are contesting the propriety of this charge. It's excessive. On that one, you're going to have to investigate with the client because obviously the client is not going to collect the entire amount due. There's a dispute here with the customer, and you have to make sure what's the resolution of that dispute going to be. Maybe they can settle for a lesser amount. Number 9, we don't owe anything as our agreement with the company allows us to return any unsold goods. Ooh! Number 9, there should be no receivable at all because these are goods shipped on consignment. These are goods shipped on consignment.
Is that the one?
So basically, it's our inventory over somebody else's location. There's no sale. It looks like our client has recorded a consummated sale, even though the goods have not been sold. They've only been placed at another location for consignment.
So we should list this as a...
No, the account receivable should be eliminated and the sale should not be recorded because this is a consignment sale and not a consummated sale with a third party. And number 10, your credit memo dated December 5th, the amount of $440 cancels the balance above. Now that's another one that disturbs me here because if our client credited a customer's account back on December 5th and sent them a credit memo, then how has that been recorded? I mean, it looks like this is not a valid receivable because so where did the credit go? Where did the credit go? This receivable apparently is not owed because there was probably returned merchandise.
So investigate where it went.
You investigate, yeah, why a credit memo was issued and what account was basically charged for that.
Investigate the account.
Yeah, it may be a misposting. It may be a misposting. Okay, and finally, oh, the last one is my recessional hymn. Let me just comment on it. See what you think about this. We have a regional, this is the case on page 550. We have small town regional hospital. It's a small not-for-profit hospital. By the way, thankfully, if you go there, they have a reputation for excellent medical services, but deficient record keeping. I guess that's better than the alternative.
You can diagnose it.
Anyway, it says here they have it. Okay, it turns out that they have a the CPA finds quite a few misstatement in billings, cash receipts, and accounts receivable. As in all hospitals, the two largest assets are accounts receivable and property, plant, and equipment. They have a lot of loans outstanding to local banks. Here's something that's really true today. In the past, county taxes have made up their deficits, but now the county can't afford to do that anymore. And it turns out here, I believe it said in this problem, that another modern hospital is going to open up in a neighboring community. So the only part of this I'm interested in here would be the A-B part, A comma B. What are some factors that will affect the risk here? First of all, they have a lot of large loans made out to local banks, and their banks are not going to extend more credit. Secondly, there is a modern hospital being built in a nearby city. So there's likelihood that we're going to be forced to close our operations. 3, hospital has been incurring significant deficits in the past. 4, county taxes will no longer make up the deficit. County taxes will no longer make up the deficit. 5, there have been misstatements, are very common in accounting and billing. Accounting and billing. Accounting and billing. And number 6, due to the high unemployment rate in the community, there's a significant risk of increased bad debts. What do you think about this hospital, everyone?
They need to sell it.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah, convert it to upscale condos or something, like the ones they did on the near north side. This hospital is on the way out as a medical institution.
It's funny, Our Lady of Resurrection, I guess they had really bad cash problems, and they sold it to 2 rich guys.
Oh, and how are they doing
and
now?
now it's for profit. I mean, I don't know. They just did it at the beginning of the year. So.
I just think about like some of these hospitals that they close down in the poor neighborhoods, they just stay as empty shells because nobody wants the building.
Well, somebody bought it. Millions.
Well, I remember the, what was it, the Columbus Hospital in Lincoln Park. Boy, that had no problem. They closed the hospital, and boy, they had about 5 or 6 developers wanted to buy that building and convert it.
Yeah.
It was such a, a lucrative area. All right, everyone. Again, we're just 1 chapter short. Somehow I got to make that up. Chapter 22. I wasn't going to spend a lot of time on that. Next week, we also start closing up acquisition and payments. We'll talk about the inventory stuff. And the completing the audit is an important area, so we'll see. We'll see. Take it easy on the way home. It's not going to be this cool outside as it is in here, I have a feeling.
Enjoy you guys' weekend.
You
And
too.
remember the traveling conditions next week, which might or might not impact you. Okay, take care. And tell Barry we missed him.
I will.
Hope he's all right. He also posted real early in the week, and then he hasn't posted since. So I have a feeling it's the job scenario too. You can tell when you get to know people too. There's one person working in Naperville who used to be very bubbly, and and now she always seemed. I mean, she's polite and everything, but I swear, I'd love to ask her, is something bothering you? Because you can see a change in personality.
What?
It's one of the people works in Naperville. I don't want to say. who it
Maybe
is.
she's stressed.
It could be. It could be.
Because of all the stuff going on with the
It's
lower
just like,
enrollments.
you get to know people, you see it change. All right, take care. Take care.
Okay, I'll send Barry my notes and see if I can drop off some of that stuff.
Yes, if you could here, as I said, I'm sure something arose here.